So watch this. So
Hofstra Pride head coach Speedy Claxton comes aboard the Marching to Madness College Basketball Podcast as the Pride is off to an 8-3 start, winning 4 of the last 5 contests. As of today, Coach Claxton is 74-37. Like me, and you didn't major in math, Coach. That's 70% of your contests.
Hey, I'm loving the logo in the background, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, I started doing that. I told everybody that looked a whole lot better than the drive-through line at Starbucks. Hofstra has won 4 of its last 5 and reported an uplifting win over Arkansas State, who took out Memphis over the weekend. Monday, then, the Pride defeated Norfolk State behind 20 points each. Cruz Davis and Kewan Robinson.
Yeah, K. John.
Monday, then, the Pride defeated Norfolk State behind 20 points. Cruz Davis and John Robinson.
this is a crazy fight here.
Perfect.
We're done. It's terrible to see.
So a good start here for you as you go 8-3.
That's
And it looks like the team's picked it up a level here with the 4 out of 5.
Yeah, we're getting better. You know, with such a roster turnover, it's like I told people before the start of the season, it's going to take time. But we are coming into our own. We're slowly gelling as a team. And I think probably come mid-January, early February is where we'll peak.
Now, the win over Norfolk State, it broke the Trojans' 18-game home win streak. So how does that give your team, some pride and some help from, just the character piece?
Yeah, that was a great road win for us. To go into that environment, like you said, they had an 18 game home win streak, and to handle them the way we did speaks volume for our team. That was a really good roadkill. And then we got another tough game against Temple at home on Sunday. So we're playing some good basketball at the right time.
Talk about the key things that you guys did efficiently to win at Norfolk State. That's a program that has a really good background, and they were in a tournament a few years ago and pulled a couple.
Yeah. Honestly, we won it on a defensive end, and I told my guys before the game, like, if we were going to win this, we needed to do it with our defense. They get really, really good guard play. So we know going into the game, we're going to have to shut those 2 kids down, and Ings and Moore. And we did an outstanding job on both of them. I mean, Moore going into the game, he was averaging 20, and we kept him well below his average. I think he ended up scoring like 6 or 8 points. And then Ings only had 10. So that was a big key to the game. And we definitely came to play, and we shut those kids down.
I think that Cruz Davis seems like a really multiple-faceted player. He's averaging 15.4 points per game while consistently getting to the line and leading Hofstra in assists.
Yeah, Cruz been a big surprise. We knew that he was extremely talented. That's why we went after him. But up until this point in his career, he really hasn't played much. With all the injuries that he's had, that was kind of the knock on him, that he would get hurt a lot. But knock on wood, he's been healthy so far, and hopefully he can stay that way because he's a big key to our team.
I see that, through the stats. Now, is he more of a key as a 3-point shooter or maybe a playmaker?
I would say he's for us, he's more of a playmaker.
Mm-hmm.
And when his perimeter shot is falling, now we become a really dangerous team.
Yeah. John Robinson and Jaquan Sanders are major staples in your 3-point offense. You average 9.1 of those per game. So, of course, Cruz and Jean Aranguren figure into the equation as well.
Yeah, we're a guard-driven school, so we're gonna go as our guards go. And KJ he's been terrific off the bench. He is showing it at an extremely high level. His confidence is growing every single game. And then, Jaquan Sanders, he's another perimeter threat. So with those two guys shooting the ball the way they're shooting it, we're hard to beat.
How do you foster the attacking approach through the 3-point line? Is there an implementation of like 4 or 5 guard sets that you could change the way you look sometimes?
Yeah, we can play big, we can play small. We can have those 4 guards out there, and then we can really spread you out. And that's something that we work on every single day with those guys, driving the ball and relocating and playing off of each other.
Driving the basketball seems to me like now, both at the college and the pro level, that's a good offense because if nobody picks up the guard or the person that drives, if your perimeter's full, you can swing it around the perimeter and maybe even find wide open the backside free.
Yeah, I mean that's the name of the game now is to spread people out. Everybody's going to the spread offense, and having sometimes all 5 guys being able to shoot the basketball. But you want to definitely at least have 4 of your guys be able to be knockdown shooters on the perimeter, because then you really spread the defense out, and your drivers can really play some space, and driving lanes are open.
I was going to ask you, are your post men solid passers? Because to me, if you got a 4 or even a 5 that can step out there and be a threat somewhere,
honestly, in years past, we've always had a 5 that could, at least one of our 5s, could kind of play on the perimeter, and we could do some different things with them because they were able to pass the ball. But this year, not so much. None of my 5 guys are capable passers, so I don't really put them in a position to do that. Whereas in years past, we were really hard to guard because now we can play 5 out. So I kind of had to tinker the offense a little bit due to my personnel.
10 players in double figures in minutes, as post Michael Graham has actually shot 77% from the floor. Then you have TJ Gadsden and Silas Sunday with key roles in your approach.
Yeah. Michael's been great for us. Like you said, he's shooting almost 80% because he's taking all the shots that he can make. That's a big key to being a good basketball player. Don't show your weaknesses. So he's playing within himself, and we're happy to have him.
As you formulate your attack, how do you attack defense with him as number 1 option?
I just try to put my guys in a position to play to their strengths and not their weaknesses. Like for Gene Aragon, he's really good at driving the basketball. So I run a lot of pin screens for him, a lot of isolation plays. And then with Cruz, he's good at attacking. Also, he's good in ball screen situations. So I put him in a ton of ball screens, and I really study where the defense is going to help from, and then I try to put a shooter in that position where they normally help from.
I love the strategy. I sit and dream about why didn't you do this? When I watch games, you were the 20th overall pick by the 76ers in the 2000 NBA draft, and you played on 5 different NBA teams as well as a playmaker and a key on defense. What is your philosophy on teaching goals, transition in the offense to the defense, and then the defense to offense?
Well, from a defensive standpoint, we try to let our defense fuel our offense. So, depending on the situation, sometimes we extend our defense if we're playing against a team that's kind of shaky handling the basketball, or if I just want to have my guys be a little bit more energetic. But then most of the time, we're a half court defensive team. We like to drag teams in a half court and really work on getting stops and allowing no middle. So when you run this like a side ball screen, we're gonna ice it and try to keep you pinned against the sideline. And then from an offensive standpoint, like I said, I just try to put my guys in a position to use their strengths, man, and so I kind of tinker the offense from year to year, depending on what kind of players I have.
Your defense, I think, is underrated because you hold opponents to 38.7% from the floor in its first 11 games. So what are 2 or 3 intangibles that have been consistent in the defensive structures? The pressure.
The best is pressure on the basketball, weak side help. We're really big on trying to get deflections, so having active hands on the ball. And then honestly, our biggest thing is communication. So that's one area where we were lacking. But these last couple of weeks, the communication has gotten better. And I think that's where our defense has gotten stronger, especially down in Norfolk this past Monday. Like, our communication level was off the charts. And I think that's why we played so well. Well, I know that's why we played so well.
Yeah. How do you get the communication level to rise in that nature?
Man, it's just we just have to constantly be on them every single day. Just because this generation isn't they're not comfortable talking to each other. So I just keep trying to tell them, explain to them, listen, if you talk to each other, it makes the game easier, not harder. Because then everybody can be on the same page and everybody can know what each other is doing out there. And then honestly, I show them videos of the NBA guys talking, because that's where they all want to get to. So I'm like, if you want to be a professional, communication is something that's a non-negotiable.
Hey, as you look at the CAA, it's always a challenging conference. As for your team, how do you look at some of the top challenges for you to move up into that top 4? Because it's a 14-team league.
Yeah, it's just something where we got to take it one game at a time. We've been one of the top 4 teams ever since I've been a head coach here. So that's something that's expected. That's the standard for us. But we don't overlook any opponent. But we take it one game at a time, and we want to remain in the upper echelon of the conference.
Coach Speedy Claxton, one of our great guests here with the Hofstra Pride on Marching to Madness. Coach, I always enjoy it when you come on and march to madness.
Thanks, Ken. Always good talking to you, buddy.
Always good talking to you as well, and good luck to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.